I'm Matt Bichot with NAREIT.com here at the Marriott Marquis in Washington, D.C. for NAREIT's 2016 REITWise conference. Joining me is Mike McGillis, Facility Assessor with Tetra Tech. Mike, thanks so much for joining us.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
Now, here at REITWise, you were on a panel focused on pre-acquisition due diligence and assessments. When it comes to the environment and physical condition assessment of a property, what are the most important factors that an acquirer should understand? And are there anything maybe that they're not thinking of they should?
You know, when you're acquiring a property, I like looking at the complexity of the buildings. You know, sometimes there's simple buildings, sometimes there's more complex buildings, and you know, other people they'll buy you know, data centers or you know, shopping malls, and I've even seen some entertainment complexes. You know, so you need to scale your the type of assessment you have to what the property is. So a lot of the assessments are based off an ASTM standard, which is generalized. You know, that picks up a lot of information that can be duplicated. I like trying to focus in on what are your liabilities, where do they lie, you know, so you can focus on a particular assessor that has the proper qualifications to define what those liabilities are.
And what are some of the biggest liabilities to watch out for?
You know, again, so I mentioned some different types of buildings that we were looking at, and you know, if you have large shopping centers, you may have large-scale roof. That's just the replacement of the roof. You need to know its condition before you buy it, because if you have to purchase it, it could be a great expense just to do that. You know, so roofs, parking lot, that kind of thing. But if you look at the data center we talked about, roofs may be smaller. It's a different kind of liability. It's not a cost, you know, for the physical replacement of that unit. But if it leaks, you're going to wreck a lot of equipment inside. So you need to know the conditions and adjust your, you know, what the liabilities are and understand them.
And lastly, how can properly identifying any of these needed repairs or liabilities prior to purchase improve a property's overall profitability?
So I like looking at this in basically two phases. One is the initial purchase of the property, you know, where you understand what it is, you can plan for what the needs are, you know, so you can adjust purchase prices, you can take the repairs that are needed and have the current owner, you know, address them or set up leases so that the lease structures, the new tenants have to address them. You know, so that's, you know, just the initial cost that you protect yourself. But then I also like looking at the life cycle of the facility and taking the information that you have, and I mean, it's data collected, and we're in a data center world, data focused world, and use it for capital planning, use it for asset management. So once it's in this asset management program, you can develop FCI condition ratings, you know, for buildings, so you can track trend, what's happening. You can even base your lease structures off condition indexes, you know, so that tenants are held to certain standards that they need to maintain. Instead of just saying Class A, you know, first class, you're actually going to a certain condition index. So, you know, focusing on the initial price, but also using the data over the life cycle of the building.
Thanks so much for joining us.
All right, thank you.
For more information from REITWise 2016, be sure to visit REIT.com.